a video on a hydroelectric power plant which is being constructed in Tanzania by name Julius Nyerere Hydroelectric Power Plant. So this is a hydroelectric dam project that is under construction across the Rufiji River in eastern Tanzania. You see it being referred by other names such as Rufiji Hydroelectric Power Project or Stiegler's Gorge Dam. So these names reflect the location of the dam. The project objectives include generation of electricity, the capacity of 2,115 megawatts, which is to satisfy the energy needs in Tanzania, and also control water flow in the period of flooding, and also providing water that is required for irrigation and also for domestic and industrial consumption. The project is expected to cost $3 billion and is expected to be completed within a period of 42 months, 6 of them being mobilization. The design of the dam will be 131 meters high and 700 meters wide. That's the main dam. It will be one of the largest dams in Africa. It will be second to the dam which is being constructed in Ethiopia, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which has a capacity of production of 6.45 gigawatts. It will be also, but it will be bigger than other dams such as Egypt Aswan High Dam, which is in Egypt, which has a capacity of 2100 megawatts. It will also be bigger than the Mozambique's Cabora-Bassa Dam, which has a capacity of 22,075 megawatts. Even Angola's Luaka Dam, which has a capacity of 2,069 megawatts. So its capacity is higher than the power demand in Tanzania. The highest recorded power demand in Tanzania has been 1,051.7 megawatts. That was in February 2017. The current installed capacity has been reported to be between 1,366 megawatts and 1,602 megawatts. So the excess power will help the country to power its industries and so also be able to produce power to distribute power to different locations, and the excess supply can be exported to neighboring countries. In terms of where the dam is located, as we have said, the dam will be built across River Rufiji, which is and the exact point is that Stiegler's Gorge, which is in the Silas Game Reserve in Pwani region. This is approximately 220 kilometers southwest of Dar es Salaam, the capital city of Tanzania. The Silas Game Reserve, where the dam will be located, is one of the largest World Heritage Sites, which measures approximately 45,000 square kilometers. It is the largest protected game reserve on the African continent, and it comprises of vast wilderness with forest, grassy plains, mountains, and open woodlands, and it also has some of the endangered species. The power stations and reservoir lake are planned to occupy approximately 1,350 square kilometers within the game reserve. Apart from the dam, the game reserves remains relatively undisturbed by human activity, and that's why there are concerns that the dam might have some impact, although it has been allowed to go on. In terms of the project scope, the project will have these components. There will be a main dam for storage of water to generate hydropower using the RCC concrete for the main dam, which will have a total length of 1,025 meters at the crest level and 130 meters dam level. There will be construction of 4 saddle dams for reservoir impounding of water with a length of 1.5, 7.9, 4.6 and 2.6 kilometers with respective heights of 21.3 meters, 14 meters, 12.4 meters, 5.5 meters respectively, and they will have a capacity to impound approximately 33 billion cubic meters of water. So this is about half of what the Grand Renaissance Dam, the GAD in Ethiopia, can hold. There will also be a construction of a hydropower plant which has a capacity of 115 megawatts and a substation of 400 kilovolts, in addition to the transmission line which will be used to connect the national grid. In terms of civil works, there will be construction of roads which both permanent and temporary. Permanent roads will will have a length of about 21 kilometers, so they will be communicating in the site with the existing road networks. There will be also temporary access roads that connect all permanent facilities within the length of 59 kilometers. Main dam of RCC on Rufiji River power plant will have some administration blocks controlling buildings, workshop and stores. The main spillway, which will be located on the center of the main dam, will have 7 radio gates and an emergency spillway which will be located in the first saddle. There will be a permanent concrete bridge on Rufiji River. Also, there is a component where integrated residential complex will be constructed, which include housing, playgrounds, permanent furnishing offices, temporary residential complex, utilities, lighting, drinking water, and water treatment. So the power which is generated from this plant will be evacuated using a transmission line, 400 kilovolts high voltage power line, which will be taken to the substation, where the power will be integrated into the national electric grid. In terms of construction and funding, in 2018 January, Egypt and Tanzania signed a contract to establish the dam. 2 contractors, Egyptian contractors, one of them Arab contractors, and LCVD Electric. Arab Contractors is a public sector Egyptian firm which is undertaking the civil engineering works, while LCVD Electric will be installing the electromechanical equipment, including the turbines, which are already being installed, generators, and transmission lines. So these 2 companies have signed contracts with the state-owned energy utility company in Tanzania, TANESCO. Government had publicly stated that the dam will be financed by Tanzanian national budget, but when that announcement was made, no funding package had been announced, given that World Bank and other financiers had rejected to support the dam. LCVD have secured a loan of $500 million from the Bank of African Export-Import, and they it has gotten guarantees from United Bank for Africa and CRBD Bank. So they plan to repay the loan through the project contract. In 2021 fiscal year, the project was allocated 65.54% of the total budget for the Ministry of Energy. In the previous year, government has set aside 1.22 trillion Tanzanian shillings this which is equivalent to 59.6% of the total budget for the Ministry of Energy. So this project is being a signature project for the former president Magufuli. It is being given priority, and it's being funded locally, as you have been as you are aware. In terms of progress, reports indicate that the project is almost 60% complete, and there's some components of these projects, various components of this project, and at various stages. Almost every component that's required here, work has started. Bypass tunnel for the dam site has been started. The main dam has started, and so many other complex components of the project. Turbines are being installed as we speak, and so many other components of the project are ongoing. It is expected by this month a lot of work will have been completed in readiness for the handover of the dam to the customer, which is the Tanzanian government through the TANESCO. Will be done in June 2022. This dam has had its fair share of controversy. The dam started, its planning started in 1960s, but there was a lot of opposition, especially in the international circles, over the environmental concern, as well as reported high cost of establishment when compared to other sources of energy. So there have been arguments that construction of this project, which will cost $3 billion, it's a huge amount of money that would have been, if it was utilized to construct or to get other green energy alternatives, it would have been cheaper. So over the years, progress has been made, but slowly. It was when President John Magufuli came into power that he made the dam one of his signature infrastructure project, even though it had not been originally listed under the country 5-year development plan 2. The head of state considered the project a legacy to honor Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, the founding president of Tanzania, and also to assure energy self-sufficient in the country. Concerns have been raised by the Environmental Investigation Agency, which had called on the World Heritage Committee to strip the internationally famous Stiegler Game Reserve in Tanzania of its status as the World Heritage Site. So this organization was arguing that the dam construction would cause significant and irreversible damage to the reserve ecosystem. Tanzania had put a very strong defense against the removal of Stiegler Game Reserve on the list of World Heritage Sites due to the construction of this dam. Upon its decision, UNESCO has decided that Stiegler Game Reserve will remain on the World Heritage list. Tanzania was able to convince UNESCO that it will take care of the environment, and Stiegler Game Reserve will not be threatened. An independent study in January said that the dam would likely cost more than double the government estimates. One independent expert, Georg Hartmann, and other assessors, when they were doing a sustainability study, they said that the dam is likely to cost 7.58 billion once the financing and other costs were taken into account. This might also rise to 9.85 billion on account of cost overruns associated with the project. So these are cost is a concern. We'll see how it unfolds. There are also significant concerns over poaching, which have been a long-standing issue in the Stiegler Game Reserve. Poaching was the primary reason for placing the UNESCO World uh, Heritage Stiegler Game Reserve on the list of endangered sites. The increased presence of people who are constructing the project and the steady flow of construction traffic, as well as logging camps, provides opportunities for poaching and smuggling, especially if the companies do not have the know-how to enforce anti-poaching measures. So these are concerns which have been raised in the course of construction of this dam. Despite those concerns, the project will bring enormous benefits to the people of Tanzania and even to the people of Egypt. Extension, there will be electricity which will be produced in this project, which will be one of the largest supply in Africa. So this energy will be used domestically, to be used in industries, so it will spur industrial development in Tanzania, which hopes to be industrialized by the year 2025. Power consumption in domestic or in for the people of Tanzania will be available. The excess supply will earn the country some foreign currency, because it can be exported to neighboring countries, Kenya and the countries neighboring, and other countries which will neighbor Tanzania. There are also jobs which will be created during and after the construction of this project. During the construction period, it is expected that 6,500 workers and engineers will be employed in this project, and it's already ongoing. And it has been the reports indicate that 6,000 jobs have been created out of this project. Even after construction, jobs will be created directly and indirectly. It is expected that for the purposes of maintenance of this plant and running it, 100 jobs will be created, and these are plus for the country. The other benefits, mostly to Egypt. Remember that there are two companies which are have been contracted to do this project: the Arab contractors and El Saudi. So these are two Egyptian companies. Arab contractor being a public sector project. President Sisi of Egypt has demanded that the construction of the dam be done the highest quality, in order to reflect the ability of the Egyptian contracting sector to implement huge projects. So these are plus for Egypt, because it has a chance to prove that it can also construct huge projects. The two companies which won the tender where several multinational companies had bid. So these are an indication that African companies can also participate in huge projects, although there has been some controversy claiming that the two companies do not have experience in constructing of this project. So the building of the dam aims to encourage the implementation of other projects between the two countries, Tanzania and Egypt, in the fields of electricity and renewable energy. So this dam brings these two countries together. So construction of the Julius Nyerere dam, the hydropower station, also boosts Egypt's presence in Tanzania, which is one of the Nile Basin countries that Egypt seeks to cement ties with. Remember, Egypt is opposing the construction of dams along the Nile River, and it would like to win some allies as it seeks to negotiate with other parties in the Nile Basin initiative. So this by participating in the construction of this dam, it is seeking to cement its relationship with Tanzania as an ally. Implementing such a huge project also constitutes a powerful work precedent in Africa, and it helps Egypt to reclaim its soft power in the continent. Egypt's real gain in the building of the dam is to strengthen its relationship with Tanzania in the framework of plan to support African countries. So there are various benefits which will be accrued out of this project. Benefits which could be direct, and also benefits which will be indirect, like what we have been discussing, the geopolitical importance of this dam. So that is Julius Nyerere Hydroelectric Power Plant, which is being constructed in Tanzania, a huge project that has gained a lot of attention, and the project is expected to be completed in a matter of 7 months from now. It is expected to bring a lot of benefits to the country, and also put Tanzania in the map as far as energy production is concerned. We'll be doing more such videos, and also checking the progress of this project and see how things are unfolding as far as the project is concerned. So remember to subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, share, and also click on the notification bell so that whenever you upload a new video, you are notified. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video.